Hi guys, Matt here from RC Flying Adventures, and today I'd like to look at the QAV400 from getfpv.com. One thing to note before we get started is there is no landing gear included with the QAV400 kit. I chose the Delrin landing gear because I saw that it attached with zip ties which would make them break in the wreck instead of a carbon fiber rod. For this build I will use the MT2216 1100 kV T motor, 4 30 amp Afro ESCs, HQ 8x5 propellers, Naze 32 flight controller. For my battery I'll be using the Turnigy 4S 3300 30C battery. To start with, I mounted all the arms as well as the aluminum spacers to the PCB board with blue Loctite. Next I mounted all the motors and attached the landing gear. Now we take the 4 ESCs, cut the shrink wrap off, and desolder the motor leads. Next we cut the positive and negative leads and solder them to the PCB board. At this time we can also solder on our battery connector. Now we cut 4 pieces of shrink wrap the length of our ESCs and stick the wires through them. Now we solder our motor leads to the ESC randomly. Then we plug a receiver into the ESC, plug a battery into the battery connector, and check the motor direction. If the motor direction is wrong, switch 2 of the leads. If it is right, then you're good to go. Once I knew my motor directions were right, then I took the sticker that I saved from the ESC and put the shrink wrap over top and shrink wrapped it. Now we can put our bottom plate on. We are now done with the bottom section and can move on to building the top section. Starting with the top section, we mount all the spacers on and Loctite them firmly. Note when you mount the spacers that there is a top side and a bottom side. You can tell this by when looking from the front, the slots for the GoPro strap should be on the left. Now you can mount the top section onto the bottom section using the orange bobbins provided. Make sure not to tighten these nuts too tight or twist on the orange bobbins so that they do not come apart or break. Now we can mount our flight controller and electronics. Take note if you're using a Naze 32, the receiver input pins get in the way of the upright support. How I overcame this was by soldering some servo leads directly to the Naze 32. If you want to know what pins go to what ports on your receiver, please check out my video on Naze 32 breakout cable. Now you can put on the top plate, mount your FPV gear, put on your propellers, and you're ready to go. Here is the finished build. So far I've been really enjoying this quad and it takes awesome, smooth, jello-free footage. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below and I'll try and reply as soon as I can. And please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Here are a couple raw, unedited clips.